My name's Pete Woods. You're watching Hexham TV. This interview is an interview for Hexham TV and the Hexham Courant newspaper. Who are you?
I'm Courtney Hadwin.
And Courtney, we're here at the studios in High Mickley of Vocal Ovation, your singing coach. I understand this is your last interview before you go out to America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
So after we've had this interview, you're going to have your last practice session. That's pretty exciting.
It is.
So how does it feel to be singing in the America's Got Talent live sessions?
It just feels unreal. It just doesn't seem real.
Did you ever think that this could be you when you started off singing?
No.
So why did you choose to be interviewed for America's Got Talent?
I went into America's Got Talent because it's where all my idols are from, and it's the biggest show in the world.
Yeah, it certainly is. And who are your idols?
Janis Joplin, James Brown, Mick Jagger, Aretha Franklin, Etta James, so on and so on.
Fabulous performers, really sort of classic performers, aren't they? Yeah. So do you get nervous before a performance?
Yeah.
And how do you overcome those nerves? What makes you feel comfortable?
I normally just drink loads of water.
And so is this the biggest audience that you've ever sung in front of?
Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah.
It'll be huge, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done you. So how long have you been singing, Courtney?
I've always sang from like when I was little, but I've started properly at like the age of 9 or 10.
Wow. And was it just because you enjoyed singing, or did someone encourage you, or did you hear a particular record?
It was Connie Talbot on Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. And she inspired you, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And you've got quite a unique singing style. Obviously, that's got a lot to do with your voice coach, but it's also about the way you feel comfortable performing. So how did you develop that unique style of performing?
I think I kind of just watched YouTube videos, and Julie kind of gave me like a song, and then it would lead on to other songs.
And what do your friends think about you going across to America and performing in America's Got Talent?
Don't want me to leave them at school by themselves, but they're really proud of me and very supportive.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. What would you like to say to everyone in America who's going to be watching the show?
Can't wait to perform on the stage, and I just want to have fun.
And have you got a special message for Simon Cowell?
Thank you.
Thank you for giving you the chance to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. So in the future, I know you're only young now, but where would you like to see your singing career take you?
I want to perform where Janis Joplin did, and I want to perform in front of big crowds and entertain people.
Brilliant. And there are lots of young singers out there, lots of people perhaps who won't have the opportunity that you're having at the moment, but they may be singing in their bedrooms, or they might be just singing to themselves sometimes. What would you say to other young singers, both in the UK and in America and around the world, who might aspire to be doing the things that you're doing? What encouragement would you give them?
Just be yourself and don't be scared to be different and have fun.
So Courtney, we wish you all the best from Northumberland and the North East, from Newcastle, and we know that you've done really well to get this far, and we hope it really goes well for you in America's Got Talent, and have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to Hexham TV and the Hexham Crowd.
Thank you.
Julie, really exciting times at the moment here.
Isn't it just?
One of your star pupils is off to America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
You were a performer yourself. When did you start coaching other performers?
Yeah, so I was a performer from quite a young age, 16, and I was a professional singer for around 12, 15 years. I then got a proper job where I was actually a senior manager, so I did a lot of coaching, a lot of work with people basically. And when I decided that it was time to move on, I decided to put the two together, bring back my roots of music and then my kind of people management and coaching, and that's how this happened.
So how long have you been coaching?
About 8.5 years.
Wow. And why did you decide to base yourself in the Northeast?
So that's where I went to Newcastle College. I did performing arts there. I've always been around about the Northeast in some ways, apart from when I was very young. And this is my home, and there's an awful lot of talent here. A lot of talent here. You know, a lot of people think it's all about London and the big cities, but there's a huge amount of talent just out here in the Tyne Valley.
That's fabulous. So, what makes a good pupil?
Well, they come in all different shapes and sizes. They're not all created equal, but a good pupil for me is somebody who has got their own mind. They're creative. They kind of know what they're wanting to achieve. They might not know quite how to achieve it, but somebody who's just genuinely dedicated, who's willing to put the work in. And, you know, really, it doesn't matter whether they want to be super famous or just actually sing because they love it, but they need to have the work ethic and, you know, and just some creativity. And
how did you come across Courtney?
So I judge a lot of singing competitions, have done ever since I started, and she was actually one of the contestants in the one of the competitions I was judging, and a lot of the students that were already singing with her were coming to me, and that's how it all came about. Really, come from recommendation.
And so, how long have you been coaching her?
So I'm so pleased you asked that. Actually, 3 years today. She started with me 3 years ago. Wow. On the 3rd of August. So yeah, complete fluke, but it's our anniversary and I forgot to bake a cake.
Well, a fabulous anniversary present for Courtney to be going out to America's Got Talent. Amazing. Does the voice coach get the opportunity to go with their pupil?
Of course. Yes, I am going. I'm actually just about to start a holiday in Florida tomorrow, but from Tampa to LA, we will fly and I will be there for the show, the results show, and hopefully we'll be celebrating.
So what would you say to people who might be watching the show and might be local or have an opportunity to vote? What would you say to them?
So, you know, I don't think I actually need to encourage anybody to vote for Courtney because her performance just speaks for itself. She's already just won the hearts of so many people around, I mean, worldwide. Because she's very, very special. She's something very different.
And how much of that did you have to bring out from her, and how much was that sort of natural talent? Because, as I say, she's got a very sort of specific, unique singing style. Yeah,
that's a really good question, because a lot of singers like Courtney who are very creative, they really know what they want to do, but sometimes they just don't know how to do it. And because she's got so much passion, and you know, she really wants to perform, unless you actually have a grounding, a foundation, then that can actually go wrong. So if you want to express yourself, but you that's going to kind of make your voice not work as it should. That's why having a good teacher or coach is so important, to work on that technique so that then Courtney can just do her thing. I don't teach her what to do on stage. I just teach her how to be able to do it, because I know that her voice is going to be in the best shape it possibly can be.
And I know she's sitting next to us here, but this is the last interview before you both travel out to the States for the live shows.
Yes.
What advice would you give Courtney?
Drink plenty of water, but not too much water. Do plenty of practicing, but not too much practicing. There's a theme here. And just have the time of your life. Enjoy every single moment, because at the end of the day, you know, Courtney said a lot about she wants to have fun. Singing is supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be fun. So no matter what happens, as long as you love it and you're happy, that's all that anybody can ask.
Julie Miles from Vocal Ovation, thanks very much for talking to Hexham TV and the Hexham Courant.
Thank you.